This question is regarding Mark chapter 15, verse 2. That verse read in the King James Version says, "Thou saith it." In the New King James and the NASB version, it says, in parentheses, "it is as," and then it says, "you say." In the NLT version, the verse says, "you have said it." In the NIV and ESV versions, it says, "you have said so." In the Message translation, it says, "if you say so." As far as I can tell, if you remove the italics that were put in to make the original Greek of this verse flow more smoothly, all Jesus really said was, "you say." What does he mean? So it's asking, why are there different translations of Mark chapter 15, verse 2? And what does Jesus really mean when he says, "you say"? So for context, let's read verses 1 through 5 of Mark chapter 15. Verse 1, "Immediately in the morning, the chief priests held a consultation with the elders and scribes and the whole council, and they bound Jesus, led him away, and delivered him to Pilate. Then Pilate asked him, 'Are you the king of the Jews?' He answered and said to him, 'It is as you say.' And the chief priests accused him of many things, but he answered nothing. Then Pilate asked him again, saying, 'Do you answer nothing? See how many things they testify against you?' But Jesus still answered nothing, so that Pilate marveled." So I'm going to dig into the Greek here for a bit, so bear with me as I nerd out on the Greek. So the phrase, "it is as you say," in verse 2 of the New King James Version is the Greek words "su leges." Su is a personal progressive pronoun, second person nominative singular. So it's the singular form of you. There in Greek, there's a plural form of you, like y'all, and then there's a singular form of you. So it's a singular form of you. Then leges in Greek is a verb. It's present active indicative. It's second person singular. So this verb leges could be translated to say or to speak, to affirm, to maintain, to teach, to exhort, to advise, command, direct, point out with words, intend, mean to say, call by name, call, name, speak out, speak of, mention. So just say or speak, just call out, that kind of a word, to say something or to speak something or to call something out. So if we're going to, if you remember back to our conversation on how translations work from a previous Q&A session, if we were going to do a strict translation of "su leges," you would strictly translate it "you say," that simply. But the words as a phrase in the context imply what you said or you said it. So I actually like the translation "it is as you say," the New King James translation and the NASB translation, "it is as you say," because I think that fully captures the phrase and it reads pretty smoothly as a sentence. If you want more context onto how different translations work, I encourage you to go watch that Q&A session from before. But as far as this passage is concerned, Jesus is agreeing with what Pilate said, that Jesus is the King of the Jews. Pilate says, "Are you the King of the Jews?" And Jesus says, "You just said it. It is as you say it is." If for additional context, you can look at John chapter 18, verse 37, and that tells a little bit broader of a story. So in John chapter 18, it says, verse 37, it says, "Pilate therefore said to him, 'Are you a king then?' Jesus answered, 'You say rightly that I am a king. For this cause I was born, and for this cause I have come into the world, that I should bear witness to the truth. Everyone who is of the truth hears my voice.'" So that passage or that verse in John gives a little bit further context, but this translation, the New King James translation, is pretty accurate to translate the phrase "you say" into "it is as you say."